started flying when I was 11 years old, actually. Well, I got involved in flying when I was 11, but I only did my first solo flight when I was 13 years old. I was on my way home from school on a bicycle, and I saw a paramotor fly past, and I went, wow, that is weird and so cool, you know? So I actually followed it and saw it where it landed, which is right here on this airfield, and my home wasn't too far. So from that day onwards, every evening after school, I would come to the airfield and hang around and watch them fly. And one day, matter of fact, that same pilot, he saw me and he's like, "You wanna come in and have a chat?" Like many other kids, obviously a dream to be able to fly. Not many people think it's doable in Thailand, especially Thai people. They all think that, oh, aviation must be either, you know, airlines or some kind of, you know, military, police, you know, special forces kind of thing. But yeah, 20 years ago, there'd be almost no one flying. You know, very, very little private aviation. Yeah. So my name is George Mac, and I'm from Czech Republic, but born and raised in Thailand. So I'm actually half Thai, half Czech. More and more people are actually learning about private aviation in Thailand now. So you'll see there's quite a new, you know, generation that's, you know, involved in flying. Yeah, there's still the sort of older type people that are like scared of flying, and they're like, oh no, that's dangerous. The plane's gonna fall out of the sky kind of thing. But the new generation, they, you know, especially the ones that travel overseas and they go and do skydiving, and, you know, I mean, I had people that come and, you know, fly with us here, and they're like, oh, we thought we can only do this in Switzerland or in New Zealand, you know, where they did a zip line across the mountains or paragliding and stuff like that, and they had no clue that you could actually do that here too. So yeah, the new generation is definitely a lot less scared, so to say. Yeah, quite recent that there's, you know, more private airplanes flying. In the past, it would just be special missions. So the military, they obviously have the right of way to do whatever they want, police, etc. And then the airlines are basically scheduled from A to B, and they fly high and they're on the route. That's it. So you will still have some issues such as dealing with the controllers. They're not gonna. Now it's getting a lot better. They're getting more used to it, saying, okay, you know, where are you going? What's your mission? Well, no, just doing a bit of flying around. That's it. Staying below your airspace, etc. So they're getting more and more used to it. Regulation-wise, yeah, there's a lot of paperwork we need to go through before we actually can own an airplane and fly here. But it's doable, and I will still say that Thailand is still, you know, the best in Asia. Matter of fact, I mean, we even Japan, we have pilots that come from Japan and say it's a lot easier flying here. Cambodia, forget it. Vietnam, forget it. You know, Burma, forget it. So yeah, Thailand is still a lot better when it comes to flying, you know, doable, so to say. Thailand should have been the hub for aviation because 355 days a year you can fly. I mean, okay, paramotors, maybe there's going to be some days where it's too windy or, you know, you can't go. But airplanes, they can handle the wind, and unless it's raining or heavy storm coming through, we can fly all the time. So even during rainy season, right, the monsoon, we wait for the rain to stop, off we go flying again. So by all means, labor here is cheap, you know, fuel is reasonably cheap. The only problem is importing aircraft parts can be a little bit hassle and expensive. But then again, it compensates for the hangarage is quite cheap compared to other countries. Runway fees are very reasonable. Like I said, mechanics, labor, everything. So yeah, it makes aviation a lot more affordable for sure. Compared to, like, you know, Europe, where cost of fuel is just going up like crazy. So unless we start flying electric motored airplanes soon, maybe, I don't know. This one actually came from Germany. It was used at an aero club for glider towing, and before that it was used as a medevac during the DDR. So yeah, it's got some history. This particular model here is called the PZL 104. It was built in Poland during the late 60s. It was actually sponsored by the Polish government to compete in the World Championships for short field perform, and so that's why it's a STOL airplane, which stands for short takeoff landing. It's got a big 300 horsepower radial engine, 9-cylinder, so it takes off and lands really short. and I just love the sound of a radio. If we need to like actually travel, like, you know, go to Chiang Mai or Phuket, it's doable. We can get fuel in Utapao, so we can land in Utapao, get fuel, file a flight plan, and carry on. Matter of fact, often I even fly out of Utapao overseas. So like we go to Singapore or, you know, even further. So yeah, no, Pattaya I think is the most convenient. Yeah. So this place is called Eastern Flying Club. It's been established since 1992 by a gentleman called Dr. Bamroong. He was a world champion in windsurfing in the 80s, and then he actually started flying paramotors first, which is what I started too, and figured, wow, this is, you know, quite a cool thing to do in Thailand, to bring the sport to Thailand. So he set up this place. This would be the school. People would come and learn to fly paramotors, join the club, you know, you could buy equipment. And so I just kind of took over that passion, and we keep keeping it alive. We're based only about 10 minutes east of Pattaya, so Tungkom Soi 89. We've been here, the airfield has been licensed since 1994, and then it just grown from paramotors to flex wing microlights, you know, delta wings, ultralights, and now we go all the way up to PPL and bigger airplanes. Yeah, we offer a temporary membership, and so that means you sign up for a one-day member of the club, and then you can basically go for an introductory flight with an instructor, see if you like it. And some people say, this is great, I want to learn to fly, and then they can sign up and take the course and get their pilot license. Yeah. We offer two types of licenses, so it would be ultralight license, that starts from paramotors all the way up to 500 kilos basically, so fixed wing and microlights. And then we also offer the LAPL, which is slightly below PPL, which will allow you to fly something up to this size, not above 2,000 kilos and 3 passengers. If we just take off from here and we climb up to 400 or 500 feet, you already see the whole Pattaya. I mean, we're right next door Pattaya, so you already see the whole thing, and the view is just stunning.